You're listening to the SS Experience on S&G.
What up, though? You listen to the SS Experience, streaming on the SMG Podcast Network app. Download the SMG Podcast Network app on all your Apple devices. Android, I'm getting to you. This episode is also going to be streamed on 106.7 The Beat in Columbus, so make sure that you listen to us on the iHeartRadio app. Rate, review, subscribe, re-rate, re-review, re-subscribe, download. Keep that process over and over and over again. That way the algorithm can think that we popping out here in these digital streets. I'm in Columbus, Ohio, doing my show because we always love the sponsors. We always love the supporters. And we had to come up here, bring him in the studio because there's a lot of good things, a lot of good motion that he has going on in the city of Columbus. If you don't know, EJ Warriors Karate Academy, real good work that he's doing out here in the community. And we're going to plug in his social medias and the phone number. That way you can know how to get down with his dojo, not only during the summer, but after school. But again, he'll plug all of that stuff in. Sensei, it's good to catch you and see you again. It's been, we spoke all the time, but it's been a long time since I seen you. How you been, Sensei?
Been well. How about yourself?
Hey man, it's we spoke off camera, no, off the mic, you know what I'm saying? I'm tired, you know what I'm saying? My son tried to put, or not tried to, he actually kind of sort of did, but I still got mine into, he put foot to ass, you know what I'm saying? So I'm getting old, guys. It is what it is, man. If I would have had my son a couple years younger, might still be foot to ass. I don't know, because he's getting good. Basketball is a new thing now. They let these kids do different things that they wouldn't let me do. So that's always a good thing, man. So Sensei, we got you in the studio, and my phone is over there. So all of my notes and everything is in that device over there. So I'm gonna have you help me, help me, and all of that stuff. So what we plugging today, Sensei? What's the good word and the good thing that we gonna start off getting the people to know before we get into some good show stuff?
Couple things we got going on. Well, really a lot, but with EJ's Warrior Karate Academy, we are getting ready for the summer, and we were blessed to get funded by the Columbus Recs and Parks Department. So we have some good news coming about our programs for the city, for the youth. We also have a team developing for nationals. So our team is about ages 6 to 20, boys and girls, young men, young ladies, competing all across the United States to ultimately, some of them make the United States karate team. Yeah. So do I have more time or keep going?
Sensei, you the sponsor, Sensei. Know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Unload. We here for an hour.
All right. So basically, let's back up a little bit. We have there's a program that's ending called Ohio ACE that you probably saw on our page.
The merit, the grant, and all of
right,
that. Yep,
the merit grant. And it was real good for the city, or well, not for the city, for the state. I know because at the time I had 6 kids, now I have 7. But so I know how difficult it is to be able to afford programs. So around COVID time, 2021. The state came up with the after-school program, which helped families pay for services like our day camps and stuff. But those funds are expiring. So a lot of families don't know what to do starting this year and this summer. Fortunately, we were, again, awarded funding by the Columbus Recs and Parks Department. So now not only can we help our families, but more of the city. So, for example, our karate classes, which are $100 a month, if you meet the criteria, they can be discounted at least 75%. So that means a child who's paying $100 a month will only pay $25 from June until October 31st. Same deal with what's really popular is our camps, our day camps, which run, this year the first session is June 10th through June 21st, 9 a.m., 3:30 p.m., all kinds of activities, field trips, martial arts. We have a surprise during that camp too coming that I may bring up. But the point is the cost of that camp is $500. The other day camp is in July 22nd through August 2nd. Same deal, field trips including, I think we go to the fair a couple times. just all over the city. But now with this funding, those programs are $100 if you meet the criteria. Um, in order to qualify, you just need to come in to EJ's Warrior Karate Academy, our dojo on East Livingston Avenue. Everybody know where Rishi's Bakery is. So we right there close to Yearling off Livingston. 3975 East Livingston Avenue, 43227. Either Tuesday or Thursday between 6:30 to 8 or Saturdays from 12:30 to 2. We focus on open enrollment during them times. Part of it. They may see some of the team training. And then our big camp, which is favorite, is Warriors Karate Camp at Camp Kern, which is at an actual campground. So at that campground, they do everything. Think of it as like a modern day karate type Ernest Goes to Camp. You understand?
Okay. Okay.
So they have fishing, zip lining, what else? Canoeing, let me think, archery, a lot of different activities. I'm probably not naming everything. In cabins, and we probably going to double the size of that this time.
Okay.
So we could allow more kids to do that. They really like that. That the cost of that is normally $700, but with this funding, it's $175 per child if you meet the criteria.
Now, are you able to tell what the criteria is, just so the listeners can know, or that's something?
Basic criteria, basically Columbus resident. We basically looking for. Well, our goal is to for really all of our programs is to decrease the amount of youth involved violence.
Okay.
So we just trying to see if you live in Columbus, basically, if you go to what schools you go to, and there's a couple other questions. There's some assessments.
Does Franklin County count, or does it have to be the city of Columbus?
The city of Columbus.
Okay. All right.
So they any kid can come, but to meet the criteria for the funding,
okay,
they have to meet that, and I could be missing one or two things, but those are the basic things right there.
Okay, well, we'll definitely look up the information and plug in everybody else. So, Sensei, something I wanted to ask you real quick, how did you get into the whole martial arts thing? Because I might be out of bounds by saying it ain't too many of us in the martial arts space. I mean, I know you got Michael Jai White and several other African American martial artists, but how did you get involved in martial arts?
So it's kind of a myth a little bit. So when we get out there, so mind you, we compete. So let's go back a little bit.
Okay, all right, fine.
Go back a lot.
all right, cool. We here. Let's do it.
We compete all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
So EJ's Warrior Karate Academy started in the basement of Greater Glory Ministries. Used to be on Old Leonard Avenue. Actually, there's a documentary about that on Tubi and Martial Arts Kung Fu Movie Channel, all that.
Yep.
And we started there, and it started to grow. So I started when I was a kid. I liked martial arts, like Bruce Lee, stuff like that, and there's a dojo that opened up in my neighborhood. So this is funny because this kind of goes with what we're talking about now. So where that Family Dollar is, right there, if anybody knows, on 5th and Sunbury, there was a school there called Bushido Karate Academy. And that's where I formally started. I did some training before then, but that's where we started, going with rank and all that. I was about 9. And then I got to a qualifier from regular tournaments and like stuff in the state, and got to a qualifier for what I believe was the AAU at the time. I think I was 12, and due to family issues and other stuff, I wasn't able to take that step to nationals and the qualifiers and all that stuff. So that kind of really messed me up, for a long time. And later on, I got my black belt and achieved some stuff, but I ventured off, like a lot of kids do.
Right.
And I always let's go back up to when we started the dojo. I never imagined it would be all this that we're doing. So I thought that I'll teach a couple kids, this and that and the other, but now, like it's like a dream, So let's say this year we competed in Greece in January. We had 2 students there, and this is in the adult division. And then we competed in Cyprus in February. We scheduled for more. We have students on the USA karate team, junior national karate team, fighting to be on the senior team. We have students, multiple students that's on the AAU national team, and we have our own team for the youth league that's international. This is in addition to um, uh, you know uh, regular tournaments or open tournaments, local and abroad, and AAU karate, and as well as USA karate.
Okay. So Sensei, I know you've always sent me messages about your students when y'all go overseas and y'all go to compete. And I would love for you to, because the listeners know, because as you know, I've told them that you're in Athens, Greece, various other places competing. Let the listeners know from your mouth, your point of view. Because like I said, you told me some of this stuff. What happened over there overseas. Some things that you like, some things that you didn't like, and paint the picture for the listeners. How it is for overseas with you guys.
So I'm gonna paint the picture for that, but let me piggyback off of what you said earlier, because you're in Atlanta a lot.
Okay.
So there's schools down there. There's actually a big competition down there called the Battle of Atlanta. And it's I mean, you don't not see a lot of us, but we're out there.
Okay.
And the students know Michael Jai White and a couple of other stars, like if you've seen The Last Dragon, Time Out. But as far as the international
Black Dolomite's my movie.
Black Dolomite, we don't know.
I mean, Black Dynamite, my bad.
Black Dynamite. Michael Jai White. Yeah. So we actually met him the first time in 2021. We got nominated for 2 film festivals in Las Vegas, and we went out there and we met him then. Him and his wife, Jillian White. She's an actress too, and she was in she's in a lot of movies, but she also was in that LL Cool J video, Lounging or something.
Okay.
But anyway, we met them there, and then we met them again. What was it? Last year, no, 2 years ago, in an award show in Atlantic City, and then again we seen them in January. But as far as international, even with the stuff here in the United States, a lot of people think like we going on vacation. Man.
I mean, you be going to some exotic places, Sensei. You know what I'm saying?
When you go somewhere, like you focused on the competition.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we focus on the competition, and then you only eat certain things, and you're training.
Mm-hmm.
You focused on all that. Now, if you got some downtime after that, okay, then maybe you might go somewhere if you got it in your budget. But when you go over there, and then it's different. It's a difference between the kids, because there's competition for the kids, because there's so for example in 2026, and this is one of the things I've been really trying to get. I have 2 students that could qualify for this. There's the Youth Olympics in Africa, in Senegal. So, but with them being young, they're scared to compete overseas. So you have kids here, not just them. They could actually do it if they went. I believe that they could, get the points and qualify. Possibly getting a little late now, but there's other kids here that if they trained, you never know.
Right.
They could do that. But a lot of people, they don't know about this type of competition that we do. Over there, it's tough. It's tough. It's not. Everybody's training, and you got to understand this is 6 days a week, if maybe 7.
Okay.
So it's a lot of work. So let's say the in Greece when we went there. So Destiny fought in. So both of them are in the adult division. Destiny and EJ the third. And Destiny had a very good match, but there's rules in the match. So she basically demolished her opponent. Okay. So there's eliminations. You go there, let's say this is not like you go there, fight one person and you're done. No. There may be up to, I think, 96 in the division. Okay. And then they split that up into pools, and you have to win your pool, and you win your pool, and you go to, the next day. So the girl that the woman that she defeated was grabbing a lot, and it was a couple bad calls, but 2 times where Destiny stepped out of bounds. Okay, you only get I believe 4 penalties, so she ended up even though she was up 5-0, she ended up getting disqualified. Yeah, so it was rough. Um, the videos, a lot of our stuff, I guess I could say it. A lot of the stuff we don't post, because our competitors watch us.
I remember you telling me that all the
You know what I
time.
mean?
Yes, sir.
So, and we had a bad experience with that once. So, obviously, after you're doing it for a while, they're gonna know certain things anyway. But EJ, when he got in, which was good for him, the last time he had fought internationally was 2019. Um, and we spoke about that in the first documentary. He when he first made the U.S. team, and he fought in Ecuador, and that was a pretty bad match. We didn't get there, and that's the one where I'm talking about in the movie, where I don't even know to say everything, but I'll say where I was on the mountain, and then I ended up getting the text. If you want to know more about that, look at EJ's Warriors part. No, excuse me, EJ's Warriors, the documentary, and that's where I speak about that.
And it's on Tubi. And as I always mentioned, Cat Williams said it. Cedric the Entertainer doesn't have nothing on Tubi. EJ does. Sensei does. So that's pretty dope. So let me ask you this, just real quick before you get back into it real quick. How close is things like the Karate Kid and Cobra Kai to what you do currently overseas?
A lot of them movies have certain stuff obviously is not real, but a lot of that is close. You understand?
Okay, yeah.
And then as far as overseas, it's not. There's different types of competition.
Mm-hmm.
So you have, let's say, the WKF, which is what the USA Karate is under the World Karate Federation. It's recognized by the Olympic body.
Okay.
So this is a different competition than you may see on. And I don't really watch the new Cobra Kai stuff.
My son watches it.
Yeah.
He put me on to it. He was like, "You heard this thing called Cobra Kai?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "No, what's that?" He's like, he told me people. I'm like, that's like the Karate Kid. It's like, oh, so the Karate Kid people got older or whatever. It's like, okay, we watch it. So me and him watch it. So that's how I got hip to the Cobra Kai.
Fine. I watched it a little bit at the beginning, but it's certain things when you do it, it's not the same.
I mean, for you, it's probably like, bro, what are y'all talking about here? Like, this is not real.
Some of it is, some of it ain't. And some of it you look and you be like, yeah, just probably if you seen somebody that did radio and you be like, oh yeah, yep.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, but some of it is. I mean, we live it, so it's not really the same.
Right.
I mean, but the a lot of different stuff like the kind of people you run into and some of the problems, yeah, it's a little bit the same. And we started off on the same stuff with the Karate Kid, with the original. You know what I mean? So yeah. Okay.
So since I want to play a fun little game real quick, we're going to get into some more of the information about the dojo and again about the programs and stuff that you got going on. Mm-hmm. If you can, I'll dumb it down, but if you can you give me your top 5 martial artists of all time? If you can't give me 5, give me 3.
Miyamoto Musashi. Okay.
Can you tell everybody like who they are? Because just in case, I mean, obviously you probably about to give us some people that we don't know, but they can probably whoop our tails. You know what I'm saying? So where's he from, or where would we find him?
He's probably the most famous Ronin that it was.
Okay.
He has a book called the Book of 5 Rings. Okay. And another precept called the I might be saying it wrong, the Dakado. So as far as the greatest martial artist, I really couldn't answer that question.
Okay, or maybe not greatest. Let me rephrase. Just a martial artist that I guess you watch, that you enjoy, or I don't want to say learn from, but just or entertainment, like Chinese flicks, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like your Bruce Lees, your Jet Lees, and all that. Yeah.
So you got that one. That's one that I love to study. Everybody, obviously, Bruce Lee. I like. Let me see. Really, I study a lot.
Okay.
Like, I study a lot, not just so it's EJ's Warrior Karate Academy, but I don't just study, karate. I study a lot of different people, a lot of different styles. So I appreciate pretty much everything.
Okay.
That has to do with pugilism. So or fighting in different principles. I really like obviously Benny the Jet. know him from.
Oh no, I figure your karate bag is about to be way bigger than I can even anticipate. That's why I love this conversation.
So he was. You probably know him from the. You ever heard of the movie Roadhouse?
Of course.
So
Patrick Swayze and them.
He did the choreography on that.
Okay.
So yeah. So I like some other people, but some of them I'll keep to myself.
Okay. All right,
but
no doubt.
those is three that I'll share right there.
Okay, no doubt. So boxing is an Olympic sport.
Yeah.
Karate, I don't think it is, but there is national competition. What do you think would have to be done for martial arts to actually be an Olympic sport?
It was an Olympic sport.
Oh, it was? Okay, so what happened?
It was Olympic sport in 2020, and in they actually held it in 2021.
Right.
So there was, you only had 4 Americans that actually competed.
Men and women, or?
No, it was only one woman. So Sakura Kokumai, okay, very good martial artist out of San Diego. The kids have trained with her. She competed, and she was actually the first to qualify for the Olympics.
Okay.
You had Ariel Torres out of Florida, who won bronze, and I believe he just won bronze again in the Premier League in Egypt or in Cairo last week. You had Brian out of Texas, and you had Tom Scott out of Texas. All 4 of them competed. The problem with karate, probably with one of the problems in the 2020 Olympics, which it didn't qualify for the next one this year, and it's just found out not too long ago that it's not in 2028, is that fight that happened between, I believe it was I think it was a Spanish guy. Everybody thinks that he was black or African, and another guy. And I think the guy that actually got the goal was actually African. You could look it up. Don't quote me on that. But what it was is there's a hit, and the guy ran into the hit. You understand? But he got disqualified. So the guy that ran into the hit and basically got knocked out, they ended up giving him the goal because they disqualified the other one.
Oh, that's trash.
Right. So we don't agree with all the rules, but at the same time, there's another rule that could have been called. I don't want to say the name of it because I don't want somebody to say he said it wrong. But it begins with an M. Let's put it there. And what it is the guy, when he came in, he should have been called for a penalty because you, as a martial artist, shouldn't have been able to know and control yourself to not run into that technique. You understand? But little stuff like that popular and regular people, especially when you have MMA and boxing and everything else, they like, nah, that's crap. And then some of us think it's crap. But you do have judo, that is an Olympic sport. You do have taekwondo, which is an Olympic sport. And there's other I believe, don't quote me, I believe maybe Muay Thai might have made it this year. You would have to check on that. But yeah, they a lot of it, they're just trying to figure out how to probably, make it feasible for society, or how to judge it and how to this and that and the other.
Okay.
And then how popular it is.
Nah, because yeah, you know what's crazy? I think I do remember like the other things that you talk about in the Olympics. I'm always a track and field and basketball guy, so that's just my ignorance. You know what I'm saying? But that's why we have you on the pod or the show to put us on game with that. So Sensei, we got a few minutes left because we're getting kicked out of the studio for Columbus Crew Soccer out here in Columbus. Are you a fan of soccer?
Not really. I like the kicks, obviously, and a lot of the students come that because they want to learn the kicks for soccer. So, but yeah. But I heard they make a lot of money. So
hey, they definitely do, especially at a young age. You can be professional at 14 and keep it moving.
While I bring that up, we have 2 GoFundMe's up. One of them is for the kids called EJ's Warriors Road to Gold. And that's for those 15 kids to compete along the way and get to nationals.
Okay.
So if y'all could look that up and support that, we really appreciate it.
And that's they can get the link on your IG, correct?
Everything's on the IG.
Okay.
That one, and then also for Warrior Destiny to fight in Acarona. But the main one is the kids going to nationals. EJ's Warriors Road to Gold.
All right, no doubt, no doubt. Now, EJ, normally, Sensei, I normally, I think I know the number by heart. I want to make sure because again, all my notes is on the is on the phone and it's on the camera. So to get information about EJ Warriors Karate Academy, text Sensei EJ SENSEI EJ to 614-999-6361.
6361.
All right, we got it right without me looking at it. Yeah.
So let me plug this real quick.
Please do.
What we're focusing on is de-escalation, conflict resolution, because it get hot. People want to jump to.
Oh yeah.
So we have a lot of programs available. Just come and fill out the paperwork. See if you qualify for your kids. And like I said, it's 75% or more of discounts for our day camps. Warriors Karate Camp at Camp Kern, and our karate classes.
Okay.
Thanks to Columbus Rex and Parks.
All right, so no doubt. So shout out to Columbus Rex and Parks for making all of that feasible for the youth, because like you said, it is getting hot outside. School's gonna be out soon, and the students, the children, gonna need something productive to do, and that's why I love what you do for the city of Columbus, even though a lot of people say you in Atlanta all the time. You're not. Look, I'm for community. I love kids. I want to see children do well. Sensei, one more time, if you could just plug in your IG real quick, so that way we can go ahead and get the listeners to go to the IG. They can go to the GoFundMe. They can go ahead and support, donate. No dollar is too small to help Sensei with his initiative. Go ahead, plug the IG real quick, Sensei.
It's EJ's Warrior Karate Academy. That's on Instagram and Facebook. Make sure it's EJS Warrior Karate Academy. Our old page got hacked on Facebook.
But, man,
yeah, it was bad.
Who's hacking a karate page? Like,
it's something overseas. I don't know.
Was it your competition?
Nah. Who knows? Who knows with them? Who knows with them?
Competition probably trying to put out bad footage or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So yeah, but we really appreciate being here. We really trying to help wherever we can. Transportation is available, and we also have youth stipends for the day camp.
Okay.
So for a limited amount of youth, which means they basically like have a little job just to even come.
Okay.
So yeah, trying to put it together for the city.
All right, no doubt. Well, Sensei, it was good to have you on. We're going to definitely do this at least, weekly or whatnot to, go ahead and, just keep the message going, keep the awareness going and anything like this. Any last word before we go, Sensei?
Yeah, we have our third film being released in June.
Okay.
I'll tell you more later. You can look at our Instagram to find out.
Okay.
But June 14th at the Lenox Theater, 7:00, it'll be playing.
Okay. All right. We would definitely plug that in and keep plugging that in. So again, text Sensei EJ 614-999-6361 to get information about everything that you need right there. Sensei, it was good to have you on the show.
Appreciate it.
You're listening to the SS Experience on SMG.